Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Michelle, and in today's video I'm going to be doing kind of like an update and just talking to you guys about a topic a lot of you guys have been DMing me about regarding HS and dating. So yeah, I just want to basically answer some of you guys' questions and let people know that haven't DM'd me or is probably wondering the same thing, my response and my take on it and stuff like that. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, turn on my post notifications so you are aware of when I post, and let's get into this video. So a lot of you guys have been concerned about your dating life when you're dealing with HS. A lot of you guys have seen that I do have a boyfriend. I've been with him for 5 years now. So you guys are basically asking me, like, how did I tell him about my skin disorder, and things regarding like being intimate with your partner and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna look at my phone and like see like your direct questions. I'm not gonna put out anybody's name or information like that, but excuse me. So I did have one person ask me, how do you open up to them about it, because it can be very hard. Some boys may not understand, just want to leave, especially at my age. I'm 15. Most boys at this age, they might run off and tell their friends, make rumors about me, and it's just overwhelming. So for me, I first developed it at 15 years old, like I told you guys in my 10-year video. And then also at the time I was 15 as well, and I did have a boyfriend. So I pretty much developed the skin disorder when I was in a relationship. And like I told her, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys know my response to her. I told her when I was 15, my boyfriend at the time was with me when I first got diagnosed. So like he didn't go with me to the doctor or anything, but I did tell him like I have this skin disorder. They basically told me what it is, and I remember just sending him like a web page so he could see what it is and have a better understanding of it. And he was honestly very supportive about it. He wasn't like looking at me any differently. So yeah, and I just told her like he is a gentleman and just raised right, so he didn't judge me but instead helped me with it. It's all about trusting who you're with, and if you can't trust them, then you shouldn't be talking to them. And then and we were in an actual relationship, I wouldn't really be open to telling someone that I'm just talking to. So for me, like I said, I was in a relationship with somebody that I could trust. I think that's the main thing about HS, someone to open up and tell somebody. I feel like the person that is going to be your partner or that you're going to be in a relationship with, you need to at least trust them, because that's not something that you would just want to tell everybody that you're talking to. Say like you're at a talking point of trying to get in a relationship with somebody, but you're talking to multiple people. You're not going to tell every single person you're talking to like, yeah, I have this skin disorder. Like I would want to tell the person that I absolutely trust, see somebody that I have a future with, and let them know, you know. And especially like if I'm in an actual relationship, I wouldn't just tell somebody when I'm in the talking stage like, oh yeah, I have this. Or you could, you know, it all depends on you and how comfortable you are about opening up and telling somebody that. Some people might not care. Like I'm at a point now where, hey, it's all over the internet. You can go to my channel now and know that I have this skin disorder. So it's not something that I'm about to just be ashamed of telling somebody, because at the end of the day, it is who I am. I've had this for 10 years now, so it's no beating around it. At the end of the day, for a lot of us, we probably have some type of scarring in that area, so it's there, it's noticeable, and somebody's probably going to ask like, what is that, you know? So yeah, so that was for me at 15 years old. And honestly, at that age too, I mean, I know you guys are going to, if you're younger too, you're going to want to experiment with talking to guys at that age, of course, and like relationships, it's normal. But you don't have to stress yourself out about being actually intimate with that person. I mean, you're still so young. You're only 15, so honestly, I wouldn't stress myself out about it. Maybe more so in my adult years. But while you're young, it's kind of like you don't need to be stressed at 15 about having sex and somebody seeing it, you know, because, you know, but I mean, everybody's different. Whatever you do is what you do. But so my next one was, and I'm just also going to give you guys more information all around, but I don't want to tell all her personal information. So one of her questions was, I wanted to know how you built your confidence with this disease. And then also she said, I saw one of your videos, you had a boyfriend. How did you open up to him about your disease, and how comfortable were you to be intimate? So that was like the main questions. So I did say, hey, thank you for reaching out. I have to block out some of this because some of it was personal towards for her. And I basically just told her, with my boyfriend, I just let him know I have a skin disorder. It's not an STD and it's not contagious. And yeah, that was the main responses. So okay guys, so for me, for dating, for my current boyfriend that I have been with for 5 years, because I'm obviously not with the boyfriend from high school, with being 15 and just being in a trusting relationship with somebody that was super understanding, where I could just be like, at 15 years old, hey, this is what I'm going through. I didn't have to worry about him running and telling his friends in high school or anything like that. Nobody else knew about it. My friends didn't even know about it. It was just my boyfriend that knew at the time, and you know, and I wasn't judged for that or anything. Like, we were together from 15 to about 18 years old. So as you guys can see, he didn't leave right after finding out or anything like that. It was fine. So for my current boyfriend, we've been together 5 years, like I said, and so I'm going to be open. The first time he really found out about my skin disorder was the first time before we were intimate. So, and the thing, okay, so for me, people always ask me like how your confidence and stuff. I'm not bothered by my scarring. It doesn't really bother me. Like, when I look at it, it doesn't really bother me, and my scarring isn't extreme. I feel like for everybody it's going to be different. I can't tell you guys how to feel because someone else's scarring might be worse than mine. So when you guys are asking me like, how are you comfortable, you can't assume that your scarring might look like mine. I'm not too sure how you guys' look. Mine isn't to the point where I'm uncomfortable, but it is to the point where, you know, like something's different down there. What do you have, you know? So because you can see like scarring stuff, but like I said, my scarring doesn't bother me to the point where I'm just like, I'm about to cover up. I don't want to be intimate. I don't want to do anything, you know. I'm okay, and I've become accepting of what I have, and it's just one of those things you gotta deal with. It's to a point where you just get so used to it. And then another thing is just having somebody, like I said once again, you can trust, that you know, and you can tell like they really care about you. Because if you can't tell that somebody cares about you, or you can't tell if they trust you, then you shouldn't be with that person, and then you shouldn't be trying to open up your body to them. So like I said, the first time before, he did ask me like, what is that, you know? And he didn't say that in a negative way. He didn't say it in a nasty way. He was just asking like kind of in a concerning way, because it's normal. Like, if you see any like bumps or something on somebody's groin, we know about STDs and stuff, so somebody's of course gonna ask you, you know. And I was very open about it. I just let him know, one, it's not a STD. So you have to be very clear with people about that, because HS is not an STD. It is also not contagious. You cannot give it to your partner. You can't give it to anybody. It's hormonal, it's genetic, it's what's in your body and stuff. It's not something that you're about to go spreading around. So, and it has nothing to do with your hygiene. You're not dirty or anything. It's just those kind of things that you explain to somebody and let them know, like, I'm safe, I'm okay. Well, I'm safe, I don't have no STD, so I'm safe, I'm okay and stuff. And then he was just like, okay, fine, whatever. But as time goes on and stuff, he would sometimes begin a relationship, just kind of like ask certain questions and stuff, because I do not wax. And I know some girls were asking me that, like, oh, well, what do you do for down there, shaving and stuff? I do not shave that area. I'm not about to irritate the heck out of my skin and get even more flare-ups and breakouts. I use a I think it's called the Cicatrol. It's a bikini trimmer. I use that over the whole area to remove hair. It's more gentle and it doesn't bother me. So I always just use a trimmer for hair removal if I want to remove hair from that area. And also, sometimes I will nair, but I feel like I get more irritation with that because it is more stronger. It is a chemical. But if it's more so like summertime-ish and I may possibly be in a bikini, it's a very rare time that I'm ever in a bikini because sometimes I'm having a breakout. But if it is one of those things, then I'll just use some nair in that area. But honestly, once again, it goes back to your partner just being loving and accepting you as you are and stuff. Yeah, he would like for waxing and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, I've explained to him that can irritate my disorder. I don't want any further breakouts, and it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I mean, as long as I'm clean and not stinking and stuff, okay, and it's not a jungle down there, okay? I do my trimmer and stuff, and I'm fine, okay? So that's another thing too. Like, I know some girls are feeling like, you know, you don't want to be hairy. I know the standards of beauty these days and stuff, and it can be very annoying. You guys can try out a trimmer if it's not too irritating for your skin. If you're having a breakout in certain areas where the hair growing, you probably might not want to be trimming or doing any hair removal. Wait till the breakout is over, healed up, closed, and then do some trimming, you know, or hair removal. But I'm not too big of a fan of shaving. That area of my body, because you guys know my bikini area and stuff is where I get it, it's so sensitive and irritable that I can't do that kind of stuff to it. My skin is so sensitive. It can only handle a trimmer. Like, I can't do no shaving. I've tried. I can't shave that area. My skin is way too sensitive. So yeah, I feel like that's just my main experience with just being open about my disorder with my partner. And I've also told him, like, you know, I've had it since I was 15. Mainly the breakouts can be around period times, and then sometimes if I am having a breakout but I'm still able to be intimate, yes, he has seen me with a band-aid on. This is the person I'm with. He's fully aware of what I deal with. He's fully aware. If one of my bumps are pussing and stuff, he has seen it. He has even helped me pop them, okay? That's how helpful he has been and supportive. You have to find somebody that you're with that is just, you know, supportive and helpful of the things that you're going through, and find somebody that actually loves you for you and things like that, you know. Yeah, like, he sees me when I'm a hot mess and I'm like, this thing hurts right now. And then sometimes it can interrupt if you want to be intimate. Like, say if the bump or something or the breakouts in an area where it's hard to like move around or stuff like that, sometimes I will not want to be intimate. I will not want to be touched. I want to be left alone. And I feel like times like that can be kind of hard and trying on the relationship, because sometimes when I'm in those moods, you know, I really don't want to be touched. Like I said, my breakouts do affect my mood, but they're way less now, especially now that I do that little honey turmeric. I'm having like a brain fart, but I do this paste. I've told you guys about it in the other video, with honey, turmeric, and something else. I'm like, my brain is gone. Honey, turmeric, and cinnamon. There we go. I do that paste, and it really helps the breakouts go away a lot more faster. And then I'm also going to be working on like any dark spots, areas that I might have down there, doing like a paste or overnight paste and lightening up the area too as well. I'm not just gonna leave it looking a certain way, you guys. Like, I feel like that's another big important thing, is us just working on making it better, finding remedies and stuff. And I do have a full video on all the things that I use down there and stuff to help with any breakouts or anything like that, any boils, anything. And yeah, so in a relationship is very important for trust and things like that. And another thing, when we were in the talking stage, I feel like me and my boyfriend talked for a month, and then we got in our relationship. I never once mentioned anything about it. I feel like you can. I feel like it's such a gamble, so I don't know. Like, I really did not mention it until we were about to be intimate. Like, he just asked like, what is it? And I'm just like, that's what it is. Because the thing at the end of the day for me is, I know it's not something I can give to somebody else, and I know it's basically just looking at my scars at the end of the day. Like, yeah, I have some scars, but I'm still fully capable of having sex, I guess. Yeah, I wish I could give better like information, like, oh yeah, I've told somebody in the talking stage. I know you guys want to be like comfortable, but for both of my situations, I have been in an actual relationship, and that is when I told the person. So in those two instances, it is basically like I'm already with the person, so they find out, you know. And in the first one, it was, I developed the HS while I was in the relationship. Like, I was going through my first breakout. Yeah, I had my first breakout with my boyfriend that I was with at 15, yeah. Because like I said, my 10-year video, I still remember the day I broke out. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I talk forever sometimes. And yeah, I hope this video was informative, helpful, and it kind of gave you guys an idea. Like I said, if you feel like you can't really trust that person, then maybe you shouldn't be telling them, and you might not want to open up to them. I feel like a good base of friendship in the beginning of your relationship is good. Make sure that you guys have that bond, and that is not an immature person that's going to run off and tell your business. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. So I hope this was helpful. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you are aware of when I post, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.